Hello and welcome back to World of Warships and this week's episode of How Not to Play Operations and Do Well. As with every stupid idea, step one is to bring a bunch of friends. So in this case we brought 6 friends. You really only need 3 friends to do this because most people on Hermes go the normal route. But we're not going to go the normal route, and we're going to take a couple friends with us. Now, honestly, we shouldn't be doing this, especially in a battleship, because one of the secondary objectives is to keep 3 battleships alive, and so you want to have at least 2 stay safe for the game. But we have 2 of the battleships in this match. And, I mean, for the most part, the start off, that first half is going to look the same. Because you all spawn in the same spot, all the enemies spawn in the same spot. There's not much variation. It's hard to go around. If you go too far to one side, you'll spawn the battleships. So the first half looks the same no matter how you play it. That is with the only difference of which side do they spawn on? Do they spawn on the left side first and the storm goes north, or do they spawn on the right side? The storm goes west. It's the only difference. I have videos of both if you want to look through the Hermes videos. I don't actually have a preference for which side they spawn on. I'm just so used to working with either that I just don't have a preference. I guess it depends on what ship I'm in. If I'm in a cruiser, I prefer the west exit. If I'm anything else, it just doesn't matter. But that's just me. Other people have their preferences of which one they like better. Ah, the wonderful Brandenburg accuracy. It's as accurate as all the other German battleships. It just has more guns. It means you could miss with more shells. But then again, it is the best premium secondary ship. Well, it's the best ship for secondaries at tier 8. It has the highest secondary DPM at tier 8. So if you're wanting a secondary build ship, this is the ship to go. If you want a main gun German ship build and have a fun time with it, I believe it's Anhalt. The other tier 8 with 15 350s, 15 350 millimeter guns. It has okay secondaries, but it is a fun main gun ship. It also has decent torpedoes. Torpedoes hit hard when they hit. And so here I was just aiming to see if they would even hit. But at this range, they're not going to hit. So part of the one reason why we pulled back instead of tanking like we normally should as a battleship is because we're not going to the heel circle. If we were going to tank in like a normal battleship, we would need to stop by the heel circle for a little bit. But we're not going to go by the heel circle. We're just going to go straight. Keep going. No stopping. Full W. And so here Toxic's pointing out where we're going to go. And so we're going to go. These 3 of us are. And the 3 of us going are the people who have range. So Toxic over there in his mines. Mines has decent range and lots of So you can see his shells with the red tracers going in. And then the Champagne, Vader in the Champagne has, well, the Champagne, which is very accurate at range. It is one of the most accurate ships in the game. So he's going to hit as long as he aims correctly. And then there's me and the Brandenburg who, what's it? Throw enough of shit at the wall, you're going to hit something kind of thing. And yeah, at this point, yeah, I could swap to high explosive, but it just does so little damage and things, well, was it doesn't really matter if I should throw high explosive or not, mostly because Toxic is going to set everything on fire before I do. High explosive does so little damage that you might as well throw armor piercing even at this range. And German ships are very susceptible to penetration damage. If I don't get overpens. So Season here is warning about the destroyers going up to the north, saying that it's okay that if we go up here, as long as we kill the destroyers that go up north, or someone does. The smart way to do this would actually be to go up together, so that there is no single one ship being focused on. But Vader went and speed boosted 40 knots in the Champagne, 41 knots. Mines and Brandenburg are at least comparative in speed, as long as I'm not turning to avoid torpedoes. Mines being a little bit slower. No, sorry, Brandenburg being a little bit slower than Mines. And so here we are, we're just waiting for them to spawn. There they are. There they are, the New York, the Nuremberg, the Gade. Mass, the Z-31. So the 3 destroyers spawned early. Sometimes they'll get stuck on the carrier, but in this case they spawned early. They'll probably not get stuck, especially since they're coming for us. And so the Nuremberg we want to get rid of first because it has the highest damage potential. And there are no more Nuremberg. And then we want to take out destroyers. I'm focusing on Z-31 because it's the furthest ahead. Even though it has the lowest DPM. Honestly, I should go after Mass or Gade. It's like they're focusing on Mass because it has the highest DPM. But Z-31 is the most likely to get away, which is why I was focusing on it. And there goes a big chunk of HP. And our gun protected us from losing a big chunk of HP then. And since I'm in the back, Tox is about to be focused down because he's in the front. But he's whittling down the cruisers as they're showing broadside. So I'm going to go ahead and throw torpedoes there. Now we got all 3 destroyers, so that area is safe. So I aimed up a little bit to try and reduce the amount of pens that I'm going to get, but the ricochets, but I still ended up getting quite a bit. And there's 2 torpedoes destroyed, so I don't have to worry about the torpedoes on this side. And I got a torpedo hit, probably on the hipper. And there we go. We overpenned the... Oh no, I got it on the Parsifal. And so we stopped there, and we were able to avoid the hipper. And since the mine's down, now I'm the only one to target. We have the secondaries on the gate because they can kill it the fastest. And try to hit the hipper here. 18k. And there's Munich Torps. Unfortunately, we're going to take 1. I didn't think I'd be able to turn enough for that. So we have the torpedoes on the Z-23, secondaries there, main guns on that, and there. That's how we failed 1 star. But in the process, we had 200k of damage, taking out most of the ships at the end of the harbor, at the end. So all that's left is the hipper, the Munich, the carrier, and the Z-23. It's all that's left of the final waves. So we had our destroyer over there, saw him in Harukaze. He was able to take out the Bayern, and the rest of our team was able to take out the destroyers. There's only 3 destroyers and a Bayern there. There's only 4 ships. It doesn't matter much. Whereas at the end, you have a whole bunch of ships. And so by going in with 3 ships and reducing the final wave to 4 half-dead ships, we made it easy for the rest of our team to just pick things off. As it became a salvo or 2, and the ship dies. As you see, the Parsifal is dead, the Z-23 is dead, the hipper is dead. Okay, now the hipper's dead. And now, there are no any more enemies. We have just outright cleared the board with 12 in about 13 minutes. This is the closest thing that you can get to a speed run on Hermes, because now you just sit and wait, almost like Raptor Rescue for the key ship. In this case, it's the Alsace, to get to the key point. Makes a very boring run. So yes, this is a crazy way to go in and kill a bunch of things. I guess having 1 battleship and 2 cruisers would be the best way to do it. You know, if you want to go with you and a couple friends, go in and try this out. Just, you have to make sure, 1, you don't take much damage in the first half, and you're helping your team on the first half, at least until the battleships are dead. In this case, having 2 destroyers who nuked the battleships as they were coming around the island helped. But yeah, this is just a group of friends doing dumb things and breaking ops in ways that weren't thought possible. We didn't even know. This was us trying this out. Like, hey, let's do this. And it's options. It's stuff like this is how I learned how ops run, what makes an ops work, what spawn something. Just going in with a bunch of friends and saying, let's try this. So if you don't have friends, make some. But you can, if you're doing it solo, don't do this. Go follow one of my other videos of Hermes. My other videos of Hermes is how to do it solo. This one, it's not a solo run. It's a funny run. With that, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see me run a specific ship, or you want to see a specific way something's played, some way crazy or something else, let me know and I will try to do it. And this Brandenburg I picked up during Black Friday sale because well, I wanted a German premium secondary. Wyatt's saying he ruined it because he wasn't quite in the way for the Alsace to run over any one ship. When Alsace hits an Allied ship, it will go under the water. I'm pretty sure one of my videos has that and showcases that. And here we are. We were running blue boosters, so we got 1,000,000 credits with almost 7k free XP for our 200k damage, 320 secondary hits. We did have Lucians on. I turn off the tracers because some people are upset when you're running Lucians, or they expect certain things when you're running Lucians, and so I try to keep people's expectations down. Guess you could call it sandbagging. Anyways, we are second with the mines being first. Only barely. That's 9 points of experience off that we had about the same. And it's kind of, we ran the same route and doing similar things. So for our damage, main battery was 80k. All armor piercing, we never shot high explosive. Secondary battery was 90k. And torpedoes was 23k. So I guess we did more damage with our secondaries than main batteries this time. It can be either or, depends on if you get Citadel ribbons or not. In this case, we didn't get anything. We lost one set of torpedo tubes at the very end. It's not like we could have used them before we went down anyways, so it wasn't a big loss. But that is one thing about ships, German ships especially, with torpedo tubes. You are very, very likely to lose them. And you see 6 bombs. One of them hit was a Citadel. Everything else was over pens or along those lines. Whereas artillery, 35k, fires and flooding was another 10k. Brandenburg does suffer from having a lower HP pool. So if Brandenburg had more HP, it would be stronger, kind of like Tirpitz. Tirpitz has more HP, so it's more survivable, whereas Brandenburg has more DPM, and that's kind of the big thing. Which do you want between Tirpitz and Brandenburg? And as for our credits and XP, because we ran blue boosters. So go ahead, give a thumbs up if you like this video, thumbs down if you didn't like this video, you want more educational stuff. Go subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and I hope to see you again next week.